Hi, welcome back to Cybersecurity for Everyone. I'm Dr. Charles Harry. In this episode, we're going to talk about the next phase of the hacking process, delivery. So remember, hacking is a process. There are several different steps we have to undertake in order to conduct hacking. And in this episode, we're going to talk about delivery. So what is delivery? Well, at this point of the hacking process, the threat actor has finished weaponizing an exploit to take advantage of a specific vulnerability in a system. They can use any number of techniques to deliver an exploit. Delivery can include a couple of different examples. These include email or social media, even a thumb drive, or even access to a particular website so that when you visit that website, it throws the exploit at you. The goal is to get the exploit that you've created to the target of interest. That is fundamentally what delivery is. So what are some of these delivery techniques? Well, first of all, there are multiple techniques. There's a lot of different ways I could potentially compromise your network. So one example of a really common technique is something called spear phishing. Now, spear phishing is really just about sending a direct message to your target. And that could include things like an attachment, like a Word document or a PDF or even an Excel file, with the hope that you double click and open that particular document. Or it could just be a link that you click on. It can also include access through what we call the supply chain. So organizations may partner with other firms to allow it to conduct business. So for instance, if I'm a firm that manufactures tires, I probably have a lot of different vendors that I use. If those vendors have potential access to my network, I can maybe compromise one of the vendors, swim through their network to get access to yours. It might include removable media, a USB thumb drive or a removable drive. Might be a way in which if I've compromised that particular device, I can use that to help compromise your system and deliver my exploit. I might even just be able to take advantage of weaknesses in the public-facing applications that you're running. For instance, if you have a web server that is running that is just not patched for all the known vulnerabilities that is associated with it, I might just be able to brute force my way directly into your network. So what are some of the goals of the delivery phase? Well, it's really focused on getting that exploit to the target. And depending on the technique that is used to exploit that target, human interaction might actually be required. I might need that human to double click on the particular file or to click on the link. So while yes, the exploit focuses on vulnerabilities of the technical system, in the delivery process, I'm also leveraging weaknesses in the human system. Can I convince you that this particular email attachment is something of interest to you? If I send you an email on a random topic that makes no sense to you in the way that it's worded, are you likely to open up that particular attachment? Or if I send you an email on a subject that's related to a hobby that you enjoy, maybe you're more likely to open it. So understanding your target and understanding the human dimension is fundamentally important in the hacking process. The focus here is on enabling or executing the exploit. And when we talk in the next section about execution, we will pick up on this particular thread. So what are some of the takeaways? Well, again, hacking is a process, and delivery is the third phase in that process. Delivery techniques are all about getting that exploit to the target itself. Once at the target, we want that exploit to be executed. And in our next section, we'll talk more thoroughly about this process. There are several techniques that we can use to deliver our particular exploit. And they include things like emails or direct messaging through social media, USB thumb drives, even supply chains. In our next episode, we're going to talk about exploitation and installation as the next two phases in the hacking process. I hope to see you next time.